Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I'm going to do some quick analysis in the Forex markets. I believe the dates are for April 8th to April 12th, and this is going to be using the set and forget strategy that I've learned from FX Alex G. Go check out his channel if you want to learn the strategy that I'm using. So let's hit the markets and see what we got. Okay, so if you've been following my Instagram, I showed these two trades literally yesterday, right before I took them. So literally less than like 12 hours before I took the trade. So there's a potential some of you might have or are in this with me. But if you haven't been following my stories, then probably not. But this is very simple, so I'll explain these two. They're very closely related, and I took them basically at the same time. So I think EURJPY is a little cleaner. Let me see. Yeah, EURJPY is a little cleaner, so I will, I think, do this one. So clearly, daily, right? Oh, so let me start weekly, right? Weekly, we're making higher highs, higher lows. We're up here. We are creating new higher highs that we haven't created all the way since like 2008, right? So it's been a very long time. But I really love the JPY pairs simply because of this. Like, look how much bullish momentum there is over the years, right? Ever since the pandemic really started, JPY has just been skyrocketing, or at least dumping, since it's like the second pair, right? So EURJPY, any JPY pair is just really, really good for bullish positions. So that's what I've been mainly looking for whenever I'm going in on any JPY pair. So we see on the daily, weekly's bullish, daily we are bullish. We created this new higher high, came back retesting right around the fib levels, I believe, right? We're right around the mid level. We're retesting market structure. This area of interest that I have kind of marked off from this lower low here, and then these tops and this top over here. And then on the 4 hour, right, we have very, very clean shift of structure again. We came back from the daily, right? It's coming bearish a little bit on the 4 hour. Then boom, we shoot up. Now our 4 hour is bullish. Came back again, retesting fib levels again at the 4 hour mark, right? Right in between like the mid level and the 6.618. That's perfect. And then, yeah, so that's just history from there, right? We're retesting market structure on the 4 hour as well, here, here, here. So it's just very good, clean opportunities for buy positions. And I want to hold out this trade probably until the tops of the dailies, just because I don't want to go anything past, since it is like territory we haven't been in for since 2008, right? For years. And NZDCAD is very, very similar. Like I said before, JPY just going up, right? Super, super bullish on the weeklies. And then on the dailies, we can see we had a big move downwards, right? The daily did end up going bearish, but right around here, was it Wednesday? We broke bullish, right? It's a little bit more clean on the 4 hour. We broke bullish, which is great on the 4 hour and daily. And then we came back, we're retesting market structure right around here. We're retesting the 4 hour EMA. We have a clean head and shoulders pattern right here, right? And then we're coming back, we're retesting the neckline, somewhat of the neckline of the head and shoulders. And yeah, like, you know, pretty much history since then. Let me see anything specific here. Yeah, on the 1 hour too, very, very clean and obvious reverse head and shoulders pattern. Like it can't get more obvious than this. I believe it was also on EURJPY. Yeah, EURJPY has like the cleanest head and shoulders I've ever seen before, I think. Like this is just the definition of a reversal pattern, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, like it's just it's hard to miss this reversal pattern. Like if you're missing this reversal pattern right here, then you need to really like go back, watch videos on reversal patterns, watch videos on strategies that can take advantage of this, because this is like the cleanest thing I've seen almost in my entire trading career. But yeah, super clean. 4 hour on the EURJPY. Yeah, like I said before, retesting market structure. Same with NZDJPY, retesting market structure, EMA, and then that's simply history, right? I'm being a little bit more selective with how I use the strategy in terms of the entry position, simply because, let's see, like here, for example, like people might see this as bearish on the 30-minute and be like, oh, why'd you get in at this like 1 hour close? Like it doesn't really make sense. Like you would want a 30-minute shift of structure, and then like you should have gotten in like up here, right? Like this would be your entry since, the 30-minute went bullish. Yes, you are right somewhat, but I've just seen a lot of the positions that I could have been in could have been like I could have gone in earlier, especially after big moves, from when it's transitioning from London to New York session. So for example, like this, like we could see London, like it opened pretty bullish, but then it had a really strong move bearish, right? And what happens in the markets is that sometimes when the New York session opens, it likes to just reverse the whole thing. And that's something I was looking into, right? We're retesting market structure that was made in the Asian session, and then New York session is just like starting to reject it. We had a really strong bullish candle right at the open of New York session. So I was like, you know what, I'm getting in. New York is hot. Even though it's a Friday, I'm still getting in. I haven't traded in, weeks. So that's why I'm in these two positions. And now the daily, we could see, had created a beautiful rejection wick. And it's just, getting ready to go long, right? And for the daily TP, I'm probably going to set it right around the top of the 4 hour, simply just because it's like a pretty good resistance point that I'd just rather take my profits from. So even if it's a 1.7 or maybe a 2, I'll still take it. So trades that I might be looking for next week, the thing with me is I don't want to place too many trades at the same time, right? Like you don't want to have 10 positions open at the same time just because they all look clean. So if these two trades close out in profit, or if they hit stop loss, whatever it happens, then I'll be looking to get into these next positions. But for now, I'm probably not going to get into a new position until these two current positions are closed out. So the next one on my list that I might be looking for is NZDCAD. Very clean. Weekly is bearish. Daily is bearish. The only thing that's bullish is the 4 hour, and we could see there was even a reversal head and shoulders here on the 4 hour. So maybe you got in some longs here, but doesn't make sense to do that when the daily and weekly are bearish. But the daily and weekly are bearish, that's the two main things. And we can see it's super clean how like it's just creating a new higher low, right? Like this is just simple market structure being created. We have a lower low, high, lower high, lower low, lower high being created just for us to make another lower low, right? We're going again into our fib areas. We're again at an area of interest. So it may take some time for this to kind of settle in. May take a few more days, maybe even a week or 2 weeks, just because you don't really expect it to create like instantly, boom, a new wick touches here and then closes all the way down here, right? Like it can happen for sure, but it's not as frequent, right? It might be, I think I have it on NZD/USD. Yeah, NZDCAD and NZD/USD are very similar. Just NZDCAD looks a little cleaner. But yeah, you would want to see at least a daily shift in structure or a very high time frame shift of structure. So at least like a 4 hour time frame shift of structure, and that's something that might take a lot of time. You won't see that happen within a day or 2 days. Like that's going to take a week to happen, at least for it to be very clean. So that's the positions I'm going to be looking for in NZDCAD, NZD/USD. Going short on those if market conditions work out properly. Again, have to be cautious of news, right? We have monetary policy, interest rate decision is a big one too. I think the CAD interest rate has been 5 though for like a long time. I have to look into that, but I believe it's just been 5 for like years now. I'm not sure about these, but that happened today, so we don't really care about that. USD, there is some big news next week, so you do have to be careful with any USD pair next week. or maybe even the following weeks. This day is going to be hectic, right? April 10th, you have like some of the biggest numbers to be released. You're going to see like either a huge wick, maybe something like this, right? A huge candle. It's going to be pretty hectic, so we'll just see how the market reacts. So just be careful with any USD pair. Next up is AUD USD. Again, looking at the weekly, we created a simple double bottom, right? It's very clean. Like if you're not catching these patterns, you have to be recognizing these if you want to take advantage of the markets, right? So double bottom on the weekly. On the daily time frame, we have a very clean shift of structure. We're bearish, boom, now we're bullish, we're coming back, we're retesting this area of interest, we're retesting market structure, we're retesting our EMA. We could already see that it rejected. I didn't have AUD USD on my watch list last week, so I really didn't even see this until I did my analysis just a few hours before this video is being released. But yeah, we could see that there wasn't a potential entry position, maybe somewhere in these lower 4-hour candlesticks. Maybe not though, because it looks like there was never really a clean shift of structure. But either way, for this trade, I won't be taking it unless, obviously, like I said before, my 2 current active positions are closed completely. But yeah, very clean. We're still just going to be looking for a lower time frame shift of structure. And we'll just see how that goes. But yeah, again, like retesting the fib levels, somewhere around fib levels, like almost perfectly rejects 0.618, right? So fib is very strong. We're retesting the 4-hour EMA, 4-hour market structure. Everything is just lining up perfectly, right? So we'll just see how that plays out. And then for the final one is GBPNZD. This one is not as clean, but it's still very clean on the weekly, right? Look at the reversal pattern this has made, bro. Like, this is the cleanest thing you've ever seen. Like, this is the tutorial video of reversal patterns. Like, Head and Shoulders has been going crazy lately. Like, it's the most obvious left shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? It's the cleanest thing ever. And now we're coming back and retesting the neckline. This is a weekly area of interest, a daily area of interest. We can see strong resistances here, and we know that resistance becomes support, right? We're coming back to our daily EMA. Was there a weekly EMA? Weekly EMA is pretty far out, but we don't really care. 4-hour EMA, we are below, but we're just waiting for another retest. Like, we did somewhat get a retest here, which I'm a little bit worrisome about because like I wasn't really watching the markets here, so maybe there was a potential move to catch. But yeah, this is definitely going to be more of like a swing trade, long-term kind of position where it may take 1-2 weeks to play out, right? Something like this where maybe we are trying to catch a weekly move. There's still a lot of movement that we could catch up here, right? Lots of pips to catch on the daily. Yeah, it's already starting to reject a little bit. So I'm not too sure if this is going to play out. That's why it's kind of like my last one on the list. It's just I really wanted to have it here simply because the weekly reversal head and shoulder pattern was just too clean to not take into account. So this one might be on my list for a little bit, but the daily is a little choppy, kind of creating this like random bearish candle. It's like, oh, is it bullish? Is it bearish? Like, how closely should we follow the rules? So that's why it's my last one. We have cleaner pairs to look at, so we're not gonna go head over shoulders, head over heels. I forgot whatever the quote is, right? We're just looking for a simple retest of this area of interest. If we get our shift of structure, great, we're going in. If not, then it's okay. We'll just wait for these other pairs to line up. So that's kind of my strategy for this coming week. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.